On New Road we can see some progress now. We weren't sure last week what it is, but these look like two sets of swings. The rest of it's still unclear. There's something there with two squares on to jump up and down. And there as well, there's that little climbing frame. There's that green wibbly wobbly thing. And there's lots of holes. At least progress is being made. And the silly dog wants to have a go. Yeah, you can't have a go. Not for you. Just at Ford Lane, and for the third time, I think it's the third time in a few weeks, we've had armed response. It's getting quite common. We'll soon be having a police station here. How long armed response lasts? Because in London, aren't they? They're all giving the guns in because the couple has been charged with murder. Well, Asda, we have got people on site, but they're not actually doing any work. They're just putting up more and more scaffolding. So it's turning into an absolute major job, this is. It has been announced this week as well, Smiths won't be the new post office. A new postmaster's been appointed, but it won't be in Smiths because it was supposed to be a guy from Manchester. So where it's going to be we don't know yet, but there's plenty of empty shops to choose from, isn't there? But the scaffolding, they've now scaffolded this bit as well. So this is becoming a major job, which they wouldn't need to do if they did plan preventative maintenance and actually did it when a brick came off and not wait for the whole lot to come off. Well, the old autumn colours looking nice on the square. Not fully out yet, but well, most of the artwork's on, but it's not. You don't walk past and go, wow, that's good, isn't it? Not really exciting, is it? Now we work with the council on the skate park. And we got onto Danebank and all the art students put in sort of their design, and they were brilliant. And any college or university with art students would have jumped to this. And it's supposed to have cost, is it £50,000 to come up with the design? The art students have done it for note. Note to council, save 50 grand, get onto the college. And these brickies are going higher and higher, so it looks as though they're going to go all the way to the top. So this makes absolutely no sense to me. It's not sort of making it more structurally sound, is it, or anything? Might as well just slap some artwork and they're a couple of quid. Telling me a house and the scaffolding is going up and up and up. And nearly at the top, about 2/3 of the way. It's one hell of an expense to change a bloody window, isn't it? Never thought of this when they designed the damn place. I saw last week they're having a play this size, so they seem to have got. That's going to be the service entrance, is it? A new road anyway, because the actual bus station sort of bolts onto the end of here. We do have more concrete blocks coming. They're all hollow, which is interesting. Something under the white sheets. So quite why they're hollow. think that would sort of not make it very strong. I thought it would have made more sense to make the bus station first, wouldn't you? That is actually used. The car park, nobody's ever going to use it, are they? We're at Thank Webb, and we said we thought these were swings, but we've just been talking to the guys that are putting the stuff in. This is going to be a double zip wire, so you can have races on a zip wire between the two. So that's going to be fun, isn't it? And this pipe as was, it's just dug it up, it's going to have like swings on the top and it spins round, so then you can sort of take off like a spaceship. So that on site, whether we can see from here, but the actual old play area they're digging up, some really big pieces of concrete come out, so they're putting stuff in there as well. So it's all go, and then they go from here to McLaren Street to finish off putting play area in there. Well, yeah, bringing out some bloody big pieces of concrete on this. I'll just find it somewhere there. Lots of people on site, lots of things happening. I thought I'd just have a rant. We mentioned this last week, the roundabout, which was quite nice and been destroyed and not been replaced. And we did say how Congleton, they actually win Britain in bloom with their bloody roundabout. I was in Sandbach last week and their roundabouts are full of flowers and nice. And Crewe, we've got crap. And it's what's going on in Crewe, because the floods down West Street are reported on the video in April and reported to all the councillors and the council, and reported it several times since. And what's been done? Squat diddly. And Crewe just seems to be left out of everything, as though they're trying to destroy Crewe. Because who, for instance, knows the local councillor? You know, the guys that come round asking you to vote for them at election time and then disappear into the ether and you never ever see them again. Years ago, the council used to be around and talking to people and getting things fixed, but not in Crewe. I mean, we pay 8 million quid in car park charges. Some others in Cheshire East pay squat diddly. So the whole thing with Crewe, the floods everywhere, the state of the roads, the fact that the council do nothing. It's time people in Crewe were revolting. And take that two ways as well. But we seem to be just putting up with it in Crewe, don't we? We're not complaining. We're not getting on to our local councillor and demanding, you know, that the floods are cured, the roads are resurfaced, things are looked after. So let's everybody in Crewe start revolting. Well, the old pizza hut, no sign of the new one opening, but by God, are they doing some renovation? I don't know whether they're building a moat here or what. They're really going to bloody town. It's fenced off for yards and yards. I mean, they're really going deep, so what the hell they're putting in, I don't know. I would have thought it was fairly sort of straightforward to go from a pizza hut to a takeaway. We've got a guy with a digger digging everything up. You can see the fencing goes on forever. We've got two diggers. Whether they're going to extend it, the building that is. A new shop getting ready to open. All we got at the moment is a dog. Don't know when it's due to open, but they've got the signs up ready. Now, the close-up of this artwork, and I use the word loosely, you can see that there's more brackets further down. So presumably someone's got to go at the bottom. Well, Goddard Street, and I get a lot of feedback about Goddard Street. Some want to keep it historic with all the cobbles, and some want it tarmacking over. Whichever way, we want, you know, the whole lot, not half and half. Because at the moment it's like the Rocky Hills of Calcutta. Well, you've got to give the road a chance, haven't you? That this must be over 50-60 years old, these cobbles, and they're still going compared with modern roads that Cheshire East make. They're doing very well. We now got pretty yellow lines outside the flats here where everybody used to park the cars. Now, by the side of the limelight, I don't very often come down this little street, but there's a massive sort of regeneration there of steel. I'm not quite sure what it's all about. Just passing through the Hightown little park. It's a well kept little park, and nobody really uses it. There used to be, if I remember correctly, and somebody will tell me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a hut or a place to shelter there? It's a lovely little place, and if you've gone to Asda, got some butties or something, a nice place to sit, but it's literally never used, and it seems to be kept better than most of the other parks. I.e., we can't see any rats. Well, the Asda wheel are taking down some of the scaffolding, so whether they finish that section over there. Now I've got a young trainee here with earphones on. I don't think he's ever used a brush in his life. Nobody seems capable now of doing two jobs at once. You know, we can do the tiles and fix all the broken and missing stones around the rest, but no, you only do one job at a time. And it's a sad old time after last week when 4 shops went, and it's all boarded up, papered up, whatever, Iceland. Oh, Wilco, all boarded up now, closed for good. The actual works closed early, but they have gone to the retail park, so they've not left Crewe totally, but they've closed a week early. And of course the big one, this card shop, that makes the 4 that closed last week. So what are Cheshire East doing about it? Nothing, I suppose. So we're going to have this multi-storey car park that nobody's ever going to use because there's no flaming shops. Well, the old autumn colours in the town are really sort of changing. They change day by day, but I mean, this one's looking really good. The only problem it means winter's coming. Well, old Delamere House, they're virtually at the top now, and they're sort of lifting boards and things up on bits of rope. I wouldn't like to be at the top of there putting windows in. Judging by the bit of scaffolding on this corner, it looks as though they're going to start bricking up, because there's that coil of copper wire, which we're pretty sure is a lightning conductor. This guy up there banging poles in. Well, this swaying wagon's here, we get more concrete. Look at the quality of this. You see that? That's not high precision quality, is it? All this concrete's hollow. Whether that's why they come along after and try and fill it up with concrete doesn't make a lot of sense, but whether it's as strong. But again, when you look at the quality, around the other side they are having a mess about. So the bricks on the end, they're coming round the corner with it. There's the usual guys walking about trying to look intelligent. I mean, you've got 12 weeks if they're going to finish on time, which was December, which we all know they're not going to make 12 weeks to get the bus station up and this monstrosity finished. Well, they are now putting the straps on, plates on, whatever you want to call them, for the artwork on this side of the building. So we can expect to see artwork anytime soon. I assume this is the Asda people, because it's the same people that's done the scaffolding round the wheel, putting scaffolding up down the road now. A bit more messing about. Still more concrete coming in, rolling in like nothing on earth. Got 2 wagons here waiting to be unloaded. And again, it's not the best quality you've ever seen. I'd expect them to make these holes a bit less knackered. And the quality just on the ridge there is not the best you've ever seen. And these are really big bits on this wagon. We can see more concrete on the Swain wagons there. And we did say the other day about them bricking it, so they are putting the bricks on that corner. And the bend on that bit there is unbelievable. The works that closed in Crewe town last week are open there on the retail park with a much bigger shop. I'm just at the retail park and I don't very often come. The simple reason being, I just walked through and it's over 4,000 steps. So to get home it's 8,000 steps just to come here. You can of course come in a car if you want to get out, but nobody ever gets out. It's like the prisoner, isn't it? You get on the car park and you can't return. Well, I only came to the retail park to get me stuff from Iceland, which of course isn't Iceland now, it's the food warehouse. So it's taken 5,000 steps to get here. So that's 10,000 steps to get here and back, so I want to be coming again. Well, just while I've got everybody, I'm trying to trace the children and Sydney Roy Smith and Barbara Smith that used to live at 27 Footstone Drive. If anybody knows them, can they let me know? I'm trying to trace them. Again, on the Lyceum we've got some nice autumn colours coming through. So things will look spectacular. But one interesting thing, we're trying to save the planet, aren't we, and save electric and what have you. And why the hell have the council got these bloody lights on? They might be low emission, but what's the point? Every bit counts. Well, the old ping pong's still going. It was only supposed to be for a week, but it's still open, so you can still come and ping and pong.